Dragon Quest Joker? Oh, fuck. I've never played Dragon Quest Monsters 3. The one with Kiefer. This is 11. I think this is the one after 2003, or was there a 2004 before they went to 11? I don't remember. I think there was a 2004 and then it was 11. 11 is the most based King of Fighters. The one with T-Zok, you're right. There are a lot of great things about this game. So let's talk mechanics. You can change characters. Alright, what's that little red bar on the top? Is that Dizzy? I don't remember what that is. The bar above your super meter stocks 2. And you can use that one for like tagging characters. I think tags are normally free, but you can do like a mid-combo tag for 1 or a defensive tag for 2. Something like that. Defensive tags will they're like combo breakers. You'll like tag out in place of getting comboed. The Dreamcast, it like didn't hit. The Shades hit and then fucking K-Dash couldn't find him. Brutal. I think K-Dash is like top tier in this game. I think Kula is too. As usual. Ryo is quite a good character himself because he's got the touch of stun Neomax. Leader special as they call it in this game. So you got 3 characters per side. You got a super meter that stores up to 5 always. You don't have to have characters die in order to be able to stock more. You got your mid combo tags to extend combos, and you also have your normal special super. Normally special moves don't cancel the super in KOF, but I think in this game they do, right? Or do they? I don't remember now. We'll have to wait and see. What else? One of your characters is the leader. I don't know if there's any actual differences between the leader and the other characters. I don't think you have extra damage or extra health or anything. But you have access to something called a leader special, which is like a super. Most of the leader specials are pretty good, but you definitely want whatever the best one is for your team. Yeah, it's a level 3, and there's... Are there SDMs or whatever they are? Are there level 2s? Is that universal? I don't remember. Okay, so yes to level 2 supers. Ryo's level 3 is an instant stun, which leads to some pretty fucking beefy damage. It's very good. He's got a lot of bar right now. So there's both the tags used. But look at all the damage he got out of it. That's like how KOF 13 works. Ah. Alright, land it. Land it. Land it. I want to see it. Land it. I want to see it. No. Oh. Get all that meter. This is one of the coolest KOF games. This one's really weird. It's got a lot of experimental mechanics. Acho is an arcade in Japan. You don't like listening to Yuri do the butt combo? I have a video somewhere on my channel of me doing the butt combo. The Dizzy. Ota-san-go-man! Isn't that weird? Isn't that weird that I have footage of me doing the butt combo? I hit it too. Hit the whole thing. I got 14 somewhere. Yes. And bets for a fuck ton of games. Sorry, Dad. Yeah, exactly. I think Gato is top tier in this game as well. He's crazy. I think he's top tier in, or at least high tier in, Garo as well. He's nutso in this game though. His conversions are insane. He can combo super off of anything, and the super's pretty powerful. And his normals are really good. Don't tell me that's safe. Blue Mary's supposed to be really good in KOF 14 right now, right? KO 14 didn't have enough cool colors. She almost stunned? Almost got broken, right? That's what that flashing thing is? That didn't do very much. There's the guard crush. Not much with it. I see her on so many teams. She must be high tier, top tier right now. Blue Mary in 14. Kim's animation is so nice. That bounce. He looks great. All the spry work in KOF has always been great. Mian had her HP cut in half, and also I think her dive kicks got worse, and that's like all she is. Nakaruru had her HP cut down really low too, and also got normalized. They both got nerfed hard. But both of them became like 900 HP characters. They had like the biggest HP cuts of any character, I think. Every character used to have 1000 HP exactly in KOF games. Universal HP wasn't until, or it was always Universal HP until 14, I think. But 14 had quite significant changes to HP. Like Chang has like 1300 or something, doesn't he? 1200? He's like quite a lot. Now people are actually playing Chang and it's cool. Oh. Back down. Chang must have been doing okay if they thought it appropriate to nerf him. KF has always liked after images, especially like 2002 era. Oh, you can cancel supers into the leader special too. They call that a dream cancel, and it's pretty fucking cool looking, but you don't see it very often. The mechanics in this game are very deep. It's Maxima. This guy's using the cannon-ass team! Maxima Kula K-Dash. Is that a hero or an idiot? See, like, wow, that fucking waiting. Two of those are, like, top-tier characters in this game. This game is one of the good ones. It was pretty popular in the years where it existed. Especially because it got replaced by 12, which most people didn't like. But once the team was out, everyone just kind of forgot. It's a very unique game. It definitely stands out even compared to other KOFs. Oh, the tag into instant super. Show me a Neomax! I mean a leader special. We got 2K dashes and lots of bar. Just throw some shades. Throw some shade by throwing the shades. Pretty sure K-Dash is like eternal top tier mode. I'm not sure there's a game where he's bad. He's okay in 13. He was top tier in the arcade version, then he got nerfed. I think he's considered to be... Well, he was... I think he was strong for a version of 14, but he's not strong now. But I think the guy who won Evo Japan was using him. I think he's top, like, He's like super top tier in KOF 2002, isn't he? I don't know the. I don't know the. I don't know the tiers of 2002. Despite the fact that it's like the most popular game in the series. I had fun with Evo Japan. When's March? I want to watch final round or whatever. Damn, Mortal Kombat 11's almost out. Like a month and a bit. Hunget's-san. He's alive. Oh, that's it. It does like 0 damage. It does like 4 or something. The defensive tag is a combo breaker. It's like this game's guard cancel blowback, but it happens when you're getting hit. I'm in the room for Punch Planet, but I've never played it. Someone invited me. The Discord. I don't know anything about it. I think I saw it being played on stream one time. The great thing about... Ooh, there it is. That has anywhere juggle. You can do another one. You can do that in modern games too. Look at that fucking damage. It's still going. We got 2 leader specials in the same fucking combo. That's cool. That's exactly what I asked for. That's why K-Dash is a good leader. K-Dash had really good anywhere juggle in 13, but it was crazy hard to actually use. Like, you could turn... Most characters couldn't turn a juggle into a hyperdrive combo. And K-Dash was one of very few characters who could. But he had to do it through, like, a really stupid route. I forget what it was. It was like jump instant activate into EX quarter circle back kick or something. Instant air quarter circle back kick, but after activating. There was some nonsense with it, but I don't remember what it was. Very few characters can do a juggle into a hyperdrive activate. Iori could juggle into his down towards Fierce, and that maintained a launch and didn't reset, so he could juggle into his hyperdrive. Vice could easy. Vice had no problem with that. It's the fucking king of dinosaurs right here, but right now he's still the king of birds. Griffin mask. K-Dash's high damage combos in 13 are hard as fuck to do. He can like barely get 1,000 damage off his like B&Bs for like 4 bars. I think he has a kill combo with 3, but it's like crazy hard. He had like a really high skill ceiling compared to most characters because he had a lot of stuff with instant air, quarter circle back kick, which is hard to do consistently, especially as low to the ground as possible. That was a leader special. Just looked like a regular ass Rambu. I wonder what's so special about that one. Yes. Kim was like the first character I ever played in a KOF where I was like, damn, this is fun as hell. I don't play him on any of my teams though. My team in KOF is almost always some combination of Rio, Robert, Andy, and Kenso. Those are the characters I usually like. Kenso's been on my team in every KOF I've played. Kenso is Street Fighter, baby. All I do is throw fireballs and mash DPs. Kenso 13 was super fun. He was a character I actually knew a lot about. I could do touch of death with him and stuff. I usually played him as first early on, third later on. I like this TC as well. The BD. No, BC, I think. Yeah. BD was my. Kento was really good hyperdrive in the corner, and really nice drive cancels in the corner. But his mid-gear drive cancels were really shitty. They weren't really. No, yeah, they were pretty shitty. Wow. We live in. What are you gonna do about this DP though? Not gonna do anything. Kenso's punch deeper is actually mad good. It was a one-frame command grab. A lot of people did not treat Kenso like he had a one-frame command grab, but he literally had a fucking 720, which made he can punish a lot of stuff. Yeah, the corner carry was really good. If you had a bar, it was worth spending the bar. The EXDP into dive was nice. It did like really good returns. Great corner carry and great damage. This is the game with Momoko. She's the very cutest KOF character ever. Idiots might disagree. Some other extremely cute KOF characters include Yuri and Bao and Kula. Maybe even Sylvie. Bao is the cutest girl. Dude, when are they gonna bring back Kenso Super where he eats the fucking bun? The second cutest girl is Ash, followed closely by Psyche and then Benny Mario. This game is pretty lit. It's very intense. Non-stop action. I still got that classic KOF footsies. The neutral is so good in KOF. I thought Ash was a dude. Every single character I just listed is a man. That timer is actually coming down. Kula is Cutela. That's why she's beloved. That's that fucking drop kick. It's like Chadha's drop kick. I never thought that that's where that comes from. Chadha's little punch is definitely Hugo's clap. Don't know where the animation comes from, but functionally it's Hugo's clap. Tizaka's pretty hype. I'm pretty hype right now. This is cool. Based combos. I recorded T-Hawk's 420 combos recently in Street Fighter 4 Omega. And good lord. He's so much better than his Omega version. I mean, Ultra version. Venom Strike! Maru and King actually look like a man. Ah, see that? The leader special. And then the DP to close it out. Roll would have actually been safe there. Or I mean, saved him. That punished the tag. Very cool. It's the sound of Kula gently blowing on you. That just picked up? Gross. I want to see Ryo do a fucking Neomax. Oh, there it is. Look at that. Really cool, powerful combo. There it is. Dizzy. Cool. Let's see him do another. I don't think I have. No. This parry's so neat. EX Rumbo jump, do it. Oh, that was it. The guard cancel blowback! The next one might kill her. She's got very low HP right now. It's silly that you can die to a guard cancel blowback. Ryo is a good boy. He's just dumb. He's not even dumb, he's just pure. Ryo is decently common in this game. His overhead probably benefits a lot from the tag mechanic. And his leader special actually is really good. Oh. You might need a super to confirm off of that, down B. Convert. Look at that! Nice anywhere juggle on that super. That's supposed to do a hit and then a follow-up arm snap, but it traded, so it didn't do very much damage. That super is really fast and very safe if memory serves. Very good one bar. The damage is nice for the meter spent too. That close B is doing a lot of work as an anti-air. I mean, close D. Or I guess just stand D. No, close D probably, right? Damn, was that punish? I think so. In Gara, that super is like fast enough to punish a lot of stuff that's like air quotes safe. This Maxima color. Is this a hero team? He's got Maxima and T-Zot. I feel like this might be gross. This might be a Chad team right here. He's not playing like a fucking like Regger, which is what I was expecting from a guy with a Chad team. Oh no, that looked like it didn't finish. You guys might not know this, but I was a Gregor in Third Strike for years and years. Never attempted to communicate with anyone. For being a jump grab, that does very little damage. The counter hit reflect the wall bounce. Kula and K-Dash are built on such strong fundamentals, it's like they can't be bad. Because they've got core like B&Bs that are in every game, and the B&Bs are so powerful. Core special moves that are in every game that are just versatile inherently. Alright, these two slamming on the side. Ooh, what-he-da. That means it's over. It's the end. Let's punish nerd, far B. Ooh, that's it. Oh, kill him with the fucking stun for style. Where's the... Oh, there's a Ralph. And look at the teams. This is a cool fucking squad right here. Shame he's getting his ass kicked. What game did this guy debut in? Is he a 2000 character? When did he show up? I don't know anything about him. He's like related to Rugal, right? He's like Rugal's son or some bullshit. He looks like Rugal. What's his face? The butler. He's got Rugal moves, doesn't he? Hien? No. Hein. Ralph is probably the most Chad KOF character. Oh, nice combo. Oh, elaborate bait. Clark is like the second most Chad character. It's hard to explain what it is about them that makes them so Chad. I know you already had that fat ass cross up. Looks like Iori's. Ooh, she's still alive. Brian's up there, for sure. Probably Chang as well. If Brian's up there, Lucky probably is too. Oh, it hit. That looked like a mistake. The fuck is this bullshit? What was that attack? I've never seen that in my life. That sounded of a cool up, breathing hard on you. Oh, it ended. Then we just watched 30 minutes of that. Time for 50 minutes more. That sure was a popular song. Who wants to hear of it 50 times more? Mighty popular song, I think. Kim's combos are always pretty cool looking. Kicking you and stuff. It's impressive how many mechanics they manage to change in every KOF game and yet still have the same fundamental game feel. Street Fighter's definitely out there trying to reinvent the wheel each game. Oh, here we go. It's happening. Which Ryo is the real one? He can like break a stun combo because he's got 2 jewels. So the stun is probably not great to go on him right now. In 13 that had like a guard crush animation if you actually blocked it. But I think it was purely cosmetic. I think it made it safe, but you could like guard cancel roll to get out of it. Or just roll out of the way if you weren't in block stun. Yeah, I'd say movement right now in Street Fighter is not very good. There isn't a whole lot of movement option beyond walking. And dashing and jumping forward. And jumping forward and dashing are both kind of weak right now. Jumping forward has always been pretty weak in Street Fighter except for 3. Get birded. Overhead reset. Oh my god. Make it stop. Oh, there's the fucking leader special. Oh my god. Movement-oriented special moves are really the thing that's missing from Street Fighter right now, I feel. It's so strict. It used to be that you had to struggle to get a bad version of a special move in, like, Alpha. Or a bad version of a normal. You would, like, often space it unless you did a really fucking bad job. This guy's got Oswald. I think Oswald is top tier in this game, but for some reason we haven't seen any yet. Nice combo. The meaty close D into the jab, or whatever it was. This is the first game of Iori not having fire powers, isn't it? I think he just did some, so I don't know. I think he lost his fire powers when Ash got added, which I think was this game. Or Ash got his powers, but I don't know when that happened. Ash got his fucking bullshit fire powers from stealing them from Iori, I think. Oh, nice fucking quick combo. Okay, Ash is bullshit. This Chad's out. The pressure never ends. That was a lot of damage. Oh. That DP on incoming. It's like, fuck your fucking meaty hop. We haven't seen that many fancy-ass Gato combos. Considering he's supposed to be a fancy-ass confirmed character. Get some pretty beefy damage out of that. Oh my fucking god, I love this player on the left. I don't think it's even a super, but Oswald has this one attack where he fucking like spins you up into the air or something and then comes down on you. I don't remember what it is. And it does like a ridiculous amount of unscaled damage. It's just beefy as hell for like no reason. He has it as part of his super in KOF 14. I don't think it's part of his super in this game. But it does like damage equivalent of a super for some reason. That close C is the god normal. It's the best normal in the whole fucking series right there. Iori's normal selection is fantastic. They look like they're just regular ass normals. They look pretty standard. But then when you're actually playing, they're insane. They all fucking function perfectly together. Iori has some near perfect design. Oh, interesting. I think there's a thing in Garo that, like, there's something that the player can do, the opponent, so that T-Zoc Super can, like, never work. But I don't remember what it is. I remember reading about it one time. He's only got, like, a fucking command grab super. I don't even remember. He probably has another one. I think everyone has 2 supers at least in that game. But I think he has a command grab super where there's something the opponent can do to, like, get out of it post-freeze or something like that. So it, like, can't work in neutral. Oh, okay. Also works in recovery. Well. So it's not free, or maybe it is free because it might not consume your resource, right? But you at least need to have access to the resource, whether it be top or super. Yori's Close C is usually one of the fastest normals in every game it's in. It also goes very fucking high. And the beauty of it is that command grabs are, I shouldn't say command grabs, regular throws are one button in KOF. So in addition to being, oh, are we gonna, no, never mind. In addition to being an extremely fast normal with extremely nice conversions, it also, if the opponent jumps out of a grab, for example, then instead of the grab coming out, the close C will come out and immediately snipe them out of the air. Yori has a lot of shit like that. All of his fucking normals just work perfectly together. There's a few close Cs that work like that, but Yori's is just very fucking tall and very fucking quick. Oswald has cards, he throws them at you. He's Gambit. Minus the explosions. Someone explain Gambit to me. He throws a fucking card like hard enough to embed it in like a car door. It's like, how did you do that? It's like a regular card. His power, his fucking mutant power makes the card explode eventually, but it's just like, it didn't explode yet. Is Gambit using like really sharp cards? Is that meaty roll? In KOF, if you roll onto someone as they're waking up off the ground, if you roll from the right spot at the right time, you'll wake up like into them, like on the frame they're waking up. And it'll be really hard to spot. It'll be like pixel perfect to tell whether you're on one side or the other. And of course, if you're on offense, you don't need to know which side you're on usually. You just fucking hit a meaty normal as soon as you finish rolling. And hopefully confirm out of it. But on the defense, it can be really hard to spot which one's which. You can hold a lot of cards on you at once. And also you can throw them pretty well if you practice. Gambit's power and his attacks are actually kind of cleverly designed in that way. Cards make a lot of sense for what he's trying to do. It's a fucking little A version DP into close D. That was cool. Remember when Double Strike was a fucking regular special move? It's been a super for a while now, I think. You don't see that super as often as the other one. It's cool though. Ha, pole. Billy Khan has a pole. Oh, Gambit has a pole. I thought you were talking about fucking Oswald. Yeah, he's got a bow. That's my Chinese weeb. Rekka's on a main character is pretty fucking cool. Billy Kanye. All of Iori's air normals are so perfect. Uh-oh. Not even punished. The fucking jump B and its fat ass hitbox. It's like, don't fucking get near me. The jump C and its recessed hitbox. The jump D and its, I don't know. The fucking taco. Everything's perfect. Everything's working together. I looked up the number of confirmed characters and it was less than I realized. But a lot of them have been hinted to. Informally revealed. And also there was a big leak that I didn't even fucking know about. The trophies got revealed and in the trophies there were several names. They seem to be getting back a lot of the new characters from X that I want to see back. Such as Quatal Khan and Aaron Black. I really wanted both of those guys to return. No Ermac yet, but I'm holding out. I don't think we've got Reptile either. I like him. I like a Reptile came back. Supposedly, I think the roster is going to be 25 or something for release. T1000, not the T800. I'd take either. I want to see him do that combo. I love that meaty ass card. Wow. The stun. Surely he'll do something damage optimal here. That's it. That's the move. Look at all the fucking damage at the end of that. Why is it so strong that it didn't consume any meter? Why is it so powerful that it's so fucking much? He seems to not have that many combos into it. But it's like if you land it, you win. Well, you don't win, but you kill the character. That was the end of a pretty long combo, too. Yeah, people stopped playing cross-stacking before Dudley was added, but he was in it. He was on the team with Lena, actually. That combo again. The Crutchet into Rekkas. Must be nice having a Rekka series where the fucking first two Rekkas are safe, the combos out of light normals. It's Iori favoritism from the devs. Iori is probably the single best designed KOF character in my opinion. And one of the best designed characters in fighting games, both gameplay and visually. You can tell what he's all about by the way he attacks. And he just looks cool. The fucking belt between his legs and his dumbass pompadour. I'm celebrating Iori's design in general, thank you. This guy's got fucking Kaji or whatever his name is. I don't even remember his name. What's the guy? The ninja. I like him. What's he from? He's from like a really random game. Was he from Art of Fighting? Kate Ash is one of the best designed fighting game characters too, I feel. Kyo is just fine. AG. That's him. I don't feel like I've ever seen that special move. He's fucking shot an air fireball. Comf chill game. If you keep saying words like that, I might actually start streaming something comfy and chill. She was getting hit basically non-stop, and she still only barely got stunned before she died. Wario Land. I kind of want to stream Wario World. I remember liking that game. Wario Land 3 and 4 are near perfect games to me. I've never even... I don't even know if I played 1. I played 2 and I got pretty far in it. I don't remember why I didn't beat it. I remember liking it too. These combos do a lot of stun. I don't remember anything about Wario World except the chest puzzles were cool, and it had a nice little 100% completion component to it. I also remember it being pretty fucking short. Like, I remember beating it in like one day. My first ever play. I got it for cheap from GameStop, I think. I also remember there was a fucking giant dinosaur with a fat camel toe. World is indeed the GameCube one. And I seem to recall I suplexed that dinosaur. Grappling was like a huge mechanic in that game. F-Zero GX is so goddamn hard. It's like fucking level 2 in story mode and I'm already stuck. Or rather, by level 2 of story mode, I'm already stuck. What were they thinking with that? Especially on the high difficulties. It's really cool though. The thing about the skill ceiling, like, I'm out there playing fighting games on the regular. And I like understand what it means to be good at a fighting game. And I've gotten pretty good at fighting games. But that same depth is there for a lot of racers. And there are people out there who grind those fucking racing games and they're like perfect at them. It's a lot more like rote fucking memorization, whatever. And like perfect execution and stuff. It's a different kind of game. But like, you know. There are some really crazy difficult racing games. It's like bullet hells for shmups. There are those for racing games where you basically have to be like perfect non-stop. This fucking like dinosaur creature. I don't know if he's good. I've never seen him at the top of like tier lists or whatever. I don't even know what his name is, so he might be there. But his down D, I think, it's like his sweep. It's like one of his normals is like insanely good. That one. It's like got the god hitbox. It's insane. It like anti-airs. It's got great reach. It's super duper safe. It knocks down. He has like one poke that's like the god poke. That's it. His reach looks pretty good too. I think his combo options are kind of shitty. I think he's not very strong. He is a Chozo. I remember watching Punka play this game like fucking in 2005. Like a super long time ago. And I remember watching him and his fucking Kyo Iori whatever team against the guy who was playing this character really fucking well. This dinosaur guy. I knew Punka was before AE. $52 hits. He actually throws 52 cards at you. As a general rule of thumb, Punko is extremely good at every KOF game. I don't know if it was his series before, or other than Street Fighter. You never know. It's hard. Like sometimes it can be really surprising when it's like fucking some player who's like famous now. It's like, what's their big series, and it ends up being fucking Virtua Fighter or some bullshit. But I want to say that Punko was a really big KOF player. I don't know if that was his main series, but I think so. There's some really surprising ones. People know a lot of the famous ones now. Like Sokka was really famous for his vampire play. Vampire's fallen by the wayside. A lot of damage on that. Reinhardt was a really good Tekken player. He played Third Strike in its prime too. He was like actually one of the best. He was like at the time he was like maybe the best Third Strike player outside Japan. He was like him or Justin. But Tekken was like his main thing, I think. I think this is Oswald's debut game. And apart from this game, I think he's only been in 14. He is a very cool character. It's so weird when someone becomes incredibly known for one game, but they like used to play more. You know what I mean? Like Daigo used to play a lot of games. Daigo was like a big alpha player, and he was a big ST player, and I think there was another one. He played a lot of Vampire actually, and then he became super duper duper known for Third Strike, and then super duper 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 known for Street Fighter 4. Oh, that's sad. You see that? Those two fucking stand-A's just whiffing. Thanks, Ralph. The fucking girl coming out. She Rugel's daughter. They're always shown together. I don't know who the fuck she is. Ricky Ortiz won a bunch of fucking Evos. I think in Marvel 2, Ricky was super duper good. He turned into a bird. What is this character doing in this game? Reminder that James Chen was like a really big CBS2 player. That's like what he's famous for, actually. James Chen is like mostly famous for writing a bunch of CBS2 guides and also for making fucking Ode to the 2-hit combo. It's like those two things like put him as like an eternal fucking face in the FGC. Don't ask me what the fuck Ultra David did. All I know is he played Alpha 3 and he played Geef. All I know is he plays a big awkward grappler in every game he plays. Safe. Someday. I'm pretty sure I'll already have a nice little legacy. Nothing huge. It just needs to... I'm sure there are people out there who are like, wish this game had a bath. Shame Bath's out there making Omega guides instead. I believe not. It was on PS2, right? I don't know if it was on Xbox as well. There weren't that many PS2 games with online. I know it had like a LAN support or whatever. It had like a broadband adapter. Playing games online back then, that was like such an awkward little period. Is Gen 6? Whatever it was. PS2, GameCube, Xbox online. Xbox had the best one, but it was still like... I can't believe there were people out there playing Final Fantasy XI online through their fucking PS2. That's like weird as hell to me. Is that weird as hell to anyone else? I think GameCube Online was literally just PSO episode 1, 2, and 3. I don't know if there was a single other game that had online. Reminder that fucking Kirby's Air Ride had LAN support for fucking... I don't know if it actually let you do like 16-player co-op or whatever, but at the very least you could do 4-player co-op on 4 separate GameCubes. I like really want to go and play some PSO episode 3. There was like a Sega console that had some online. Obviously Dreamcast did. But I think there was actually a Saturn online, and there might have even been a Genesis online. But I can't even fucking think about what would have possibly been on it. Yeah, the Mega Drive. I heard a rumor like a year ago that Sega was considering re-entering the console market, and I was like, what the fuck? Please let this be real. The Dreamcast was actually the greatest console ever. I didn't even give that much of a fuck about the Genesis. I actually own a Saturn, but I don't know a single like good Saturn game. The only game I own is Nights into Dreams, which is just a very arcadey arcade game, which I have nothing to say about. Saturn didn't even have a fucking Sonic. There were no Sonic games. There were no fucking mainline Sonic games between Sonic Adventure and Sonic 3 and Knuckles. What the hell are they doing all that time? That's a CD. It looks so fucking weird. Most CDs look pretty weird in this game. In every KOF, actually. CDs are a pretty weird idea. The blowbacks or whatever. I forget their actual name. I'm trying to picture Shermie's. I remember it was unusual. This Oswald team is killing it. He's making these characters look super duper cheap. There it is again. That jump C is nice. I think this is running bear. Maximus grab presence is actually not super duper scary. Well, I mean it is, but the design of the character seems more themed around all the auto guard. I like it a lot, having a character themed around auto guard. I saw like one thing. Grabs are usually really good in KOF. They're not good in the same way they are in Street Fighter. You can combo into grabs on hit. And it's pretty crazy too, because most grabs are like one frame. So like if you've got something that's like +1, you can link a command grab out of it. You can see that with what's his face? Daimon's crouch B. He's got a low fucking crouch B where he just fucking taps you with his foot. But you can link a command grab out of it on hit. And it's like a reset into a command grab on fucking block. So like down B into button versus down B into command grab is insane as a mix-up, and then a combo on fucking hit. You can combo into super grabs on hit in SF, but it's every command grab in KOF. They still whiff on block. But like, this guy can probably do like close C into down forward C into his command grab and have it all combo. That's not usually center though. There's the command grab reset. That's a true 720. There are a lot of characters who aren't really grapplers who have grab supers in KOF. I shouldn't say a lot, but there's more than a few. Daimon usually has some pretty weird mechanics. Like, he often has OTGs, which are not like a huge mechanic apart from him. And usually he has like that fucking full screen ground shake or whatever. He usually has some things that often end up kind of buggy. In about half the KOF games that are broken, which is like half the total KOF games, the really broken thing is fucking Daimon. Daimon is like often buggy. He's another character where he's just got some nice built-in OSs. Standy just catching people fucking jumping out of throws and stuff. Boing, boing, boing. bizarre lore that Geese never died in the KOF timeline. I'm about 90% sure that KOF is technically non-canon compared to all the universes it's taking from. But now that KOF is like the really big series, it's more like all the other ones are fucking non-canon. You know what I mean? Like, who cares about what's canon to Art of Fighting now? When the hell was the last Art of Fighting game? They didn't get the final hit. Tekken and Street Fighter appear to actually be intertwined now. The events of Cross Tekken do not appear to be canon to Street Fighter. And yet, Akuma. They didn't just have him as a guest character, they like wrote him as a core character in the story. I don't know what to fucking think. I saw a very long list of games where characters made cameos that had Thanos actually being like a Minecraft character at the end of the day. Or like Thanos being canon to Minecraft. It was something like that. It was like some random character that had no association with anything, but it's like, well, all these characters, if you look at the games they've been in, and then look at the other games they've also been in. Meat Boy was on there, I think, and Shovel Knight as well. Where like links in the long chain. I can reasonably see that Star Fox and Super Mario are happening at the same time in different places in the universe. I'll give him Metroid too. It's a bit weirder to think about F-Zero with fucking James McCloud in F-Zero and James McCloud in fucking Star Fox, but whatever. Maybe it's just a coincidence. Yeah, Ghost of Gotetsu would actually be a really cool character. Who are the really out there ones? Olimar is from a different time period than most of the other characters in Smash, but I could see that he would be canon. Or he wouldn't break the rules immediately. I'm not going to acknowledge any of the guest characters, I'm just thinking about Nintendo characters. Which Nintendo characters technically conflict? I can't think immediately of two Nintendo universes which, like, are both in Smash, which just functionally don't work together. Metroid and Zelda? We don't know where fucking Hyrule is. It doesn't appear to be Earth. It could be out there somewhere. It's really easy if you just say they're all on different planets. Same with Kirby. Pokemon. See, that's a good one. Pokemon does technically happen on Earth, maybe. It did anyway. I don't know if it still does. They've tried to remove references to the real world in Pokemon in more modern games, but every now and then they still have one. Gen 1 makes references to China, it makes references to South America. There's quite a few. It makes references to the United States. Fucking Lieutenant Surge, Lightning American. Gen 1 pretty clearly happens on Earth. I don't know what of those they maintain in fucking Let's Go Pikachu or whatever. Most games don't acknowledge Earth, but they often acknowledge real countries by name. I thought Mario series was on Earth, but it looks like they pretty much ditched that with Odyssey. All references to New York appear to be pretty much gone from Mario. He's still Italian. Fire Emblem is questionably not on Earth. Seems to not be on Earth. Yeah, the differences in physics are important. In old Pokemon games, animals and Pokemon are two separate creatures. But in modern Pokemon games, there are no animals, there are only Pokemon. Pokemon are animals. Very nice pickup. I mean, obviously Smash is like, who cares? It's non-canon. They're all dolls. They're all dolls being played with in Smash. Smash itself acknowledges that it's non-canon. Just got me thinking about it, that's all. Pokemon and Mario happening in the same universe seems to be the most impossible off the top of my head. Maybe whatever planet is in Odyssey is just a different planet from where Mario was born, which had fucking Italy on it. Which was Earth. Or maybe no Pokemon game takes place on Earth, and all the fucking times where they've listed real countries are just bullshit by this point. Retconned. All the guest characters I don't even want to fucking think about. Obviously the guest characters play by different roles. I guess. Olimar's like an inch tall, it's hilarious. Just to think about. There's a little pun with Olimar's name that I think is really cute. You guys might already know about it. Mario's name in Japan is Mario. Olimar's name in Japan is Orima. Olimar's name is Mario's name backwards. Kirby is supposedly 8 inches tall, but that comes from a Smash game and not from any Kirby game. But also, Smash is by Kirby devs, so technically anything about Kirby in it could maybe be true. No Kirby game has any fucking size reference anywhere in it. So we have no idea how tall Kirby's... No Kirby game literally gives any sense of scale. Kirby appears to be small. Damn, the sub. Damn, the sub. Like the first one, when the fucking water wraiths from 2 were the scariest thing in the series. I feel like if Kirby devs put in Smash that fucking Kirby's 8 inches tall, we can maybe assume that's factual. Even if he showed up next to Samus in Dreamland 3. That shit probably never happened. Reminder that DDD is approximately the size of a real penguin. I'm probably going to bed before too long myself, to be honest. It's 4:27 a.m. and I've got to have a bath cut tomorrow. I got to win. Damn, being sick from work sounds nice. I almost called in sick last day I had at work. It was the shittiest fucking day. It was such a shit day. I had to take down, I had to forklift down like 20 pallets from the overhead, rewrap like 2/3 of them, and then print tags for all of them, and then throw them all back up. It literally took like 4 hours, and I was working with my coworker who I don't really like. He's an overbearing perfectionist. Do I want to watch Gar right now? Is Gar what I want to watch? What about this? This is Street Fighter V Beth Cup. I was gonna go to bed, but I might as well tell my fucking work story. Hold on while I find some Street Fighter 4, because that's what I feel like. I'll find a little one. This dude straight up like made me, it was like fucking a contest to make me as uncomfortable as possible, and he fucking aced it, you know what I mean? This dude fucking rocked my world of discomfort. On the first day I was ever working with him. Why is it all missized? Oh, I opened the wrong one. It's a Makoto. He like pegged me for a racist somehow. He's a white guy, I'm a white guy. And he like leaned over to me. I'm not gonna say exactly what he said. But he like leaned over to me and he was like trying to fucking get along with me, you know? He was trying to fucking find some common ground we had. And he was like fucking, it's nice to be out here where they don't have the fucking music playing. Don't like the music the fucking freight team listens to inside with the... And then he like leaned in and said the N-word like 6 times in a row. And he was like kind of rap, you know? And I'm like, what the fuck is this? I'm like, yeah. It's like, Jesus Christ. Why is this so fucking laggy, this footage? That's not even the only thing. My boss, my department head, is like a fucking pretty young, pretty nice looking woman. And he's recently started making like really awful comments about her. He like asked me if I had a girlfriend, and I was like, no. And he was like, ever since then, he's been like, why do we do what fucking so-and-so says? My DH. Why do we do that? And I'm like, because she's the boss. And he's like, because she's got a nice ass. And because she's the boss. Stuff like that. He was doing it like a song. That's why he said it over and over. He was doing it like a gangster rap, if you know what I mean. But that was his opinion of gangster rap. It's the N-word 6 times. Anyway, he's like a super perfectionist. But like, he's a perfectionist about stuff that I don't think is super duper important. And he like gets on my ass if I like don't put a whole lot of effort into it. And I often have to work with him because like I work overnights and he works overnights. Also, to make it worse, the first ever day I worked with him, he like gave me a hand signal to stop driving with the fucking forklift, and then like got closer to the pallet I was working on, as I was putting the pallet down on the ground, and I like almost crushed his foot with it. I wasn't looking for a fucking hand signal, and I didn't expect him to approach like that, but he was in my field of vision. He was like a little bit in my blind spot, but I mostly just wasn't expecting him to approach while I was trying to put it down. It was like a pallet. It was like a 2,000 pound pallet. Nice. And so, like, I was super embarrassed because I could have caused, like, a fucking, on his first day, I could have caused a super long-term injury, which is really negligent by me, but also it was kind of his fault. But, like, it could have been, like, a catastrophic thing, you know? He's like, if I do this, it means stop. He was all indignant at me. But then he apologized later on. He was like, sorry. Like, he basically apologized because after that I was like, sorry, I wasn't expecting a hand signal. We don't do that here. And he, like, realized it might be his fault. It was like, it was negligent of me, don't get me wrong. It was like both of us making errors at the same time. I never should have been in the position putting it down that he ever could have gotten in the way at all. He was like pretty close to it. And he was like a new guy, so like, you know, I should have been really careful. Should have had him back up. I hate bossing people around. He's like a sycophant. I forgot about that. That's like the worst part about it. He like calls me sir and shit. And I'm like equal to him in fucking rank. I mean, I've been there longer and I make more money than him. And I've got more job-related talents, more product knowledge maybe. Definitely more like equipment experience. But I always try to treat him like an equal, and he always tries to treat me like a superior. And then he like, a couple times he's gotten like angry that I'm not, uh, that he like pays me more respect than I pay him. You know what I mean? But I don't want this like layer of like super high respect. Anyway, I had the fucking night with him doing a super busy job. We ended up doing it and we did a really good job, but I was so close to fucking just calling in sick. I just didn't want to leave the really big job to him. Not that I think he would do a bad job, it's just that like I didn't want, it would be so shitty of me to leave him to be the only one working on it. But like I didn't want to spend fucking 4 hours with him doing the worst fucking work I've had to do in a while. That was my day 2 days ago. No, yesterday. No, 2 days ago. Fortunately, I made it through the day, and we got all the work done, and it wasn't actually that bad at all. The worst, he's not that bad to work with, but he's definitely my worst coworker to work with. He's like a nice guy, but he has some like relatively toxic behaviors, and he might be like a giant racist. I feel like there's no way he could have made that comment without being at least a little bit, I need a stronger word than tone deaf. And also women. Misanthropic, yeah. I don't think it was made out of like hate or racism. I think it was an extremely tasteless thing to say. And it put me in a very awkward situation. Because I'm quite fond of black people. And I like their rap music. I mean, I just listed all his fucking faults in a row, but like now it's actually written out. Jury Ultra 2 is the more consistent one. Across the lifespan of this game, you saw more Jury Ultra 2 than Ultra 1. It's like the favorite Ultra overall. I've been watching that new JoJo's. Can't wait for the Mystery of King Crimson. Can't wait for a new fucking era of King Crimson memes. I wouldn't say Ultra 1 is super hard to use. It's just like, you know, you have like a couple. It's very. You have to use it neutral. Um, Ultra 2 gives you an overhead mix-up. Ultra 1 gives you the overhead mix-up. If anything. I can't believe how completely Jorno's powers change over the fucking whole part. Oh, what a shitty punish. Why not just fucking stand Fierce EX Fukiage? EX Chop just got beat by the fucking dive kick. Oh my god, EX Chop sucks. What is this? It's horrible. Does Makoto have the worst reversals in the game? They're there. I bitch about EX Chop in Omega, but it's like the same as it is in Ultra. I like treated back with spaghetti to like indicate that you just made a mistake in the process of being gone. But are you back with physical spaghetti? That's the correct punish. So you have to charge a level 3 there, not only because it's damage optimal, but also because Rufus actually hits behind him for one of the hits of that Ultra. And it's really awkward if you fucking don't armor it. It knocks you over. It's like the most obnoxious thing. It's like, why do they do it like that? Why does he have just a random hit that hits behind him? Purple Haze has exactly one fight in the entire part. I guess that's a spoiler. It's like loosely a spoiler because you won't actually realize until the end that you never saw Purple Haze again. Let me stop spoiling part 5. Now that people are actually fucking watching it. Let me spoil part 6 instead. Look at this cannon ass matchup. My name is Giorno Giovanna. If you fucking punch a frog that I made, the damage is reflected back onto you. My name is Giorno Giovanna. I fucking made a snake and then I killed it. Okay, Giorno. Answering that question will involve spoilers. Look at that red focus. Fun fact, light stomp actually does more damage than medium stomp, so if you're going to do stomp into red focus, light is the optimal one. Good lord. That should have been DP, to be honest. I forgot about that. Jorno's power fucking has a range. They just abandoned that. Literally, like, Gold Experience's powers over the course of the part, like, completely changed to something else. Remember that time that, Bucciarati like unzipped a guy's head off and he like was fine. Well, I wouldn't say he was fine, but he didn't die. And then remember that time that Bucciarati unzipped his body and he was like fucking in danger of dying due to his fucking heart not being able to pump blood? Starfinger happens 2 times if memory serves. It's definitely a meme. JoJo just forgets he can do it. That's it. People bitch about King Crimson, but Gold Experience and Gold Experience Requiem are just as stupid, if not more stupid. King Crimson makes a lot of sense compared to them. That punish was nice. The overload thing gets abandoned. Remember the part when Lisa was supposed to be like 50 or 60 years old, but she didn't age because fucking, you don't age if you fucking use Hamon? And then remember the part where they met Tom Petty, who was like over 100 years old, but he wasn't aging because of Hamon? Or fucking Strizo or whatever. It was also supposed to be super old but didn't age. And then it's like, here's part 2 Joseph, here's part 3 Joseph. Fucking age like 50 years. It's like, what the fuck, dude? Use your power. Are you kidding me? He like casually used it so fucking often in the beginning. He like used it to fucking explode fucking bottle caps or whatever. I mean, granted, I guess that was a dangerous situation. But, you know, he didn't give a fuck about using Hamon. He's just like, here I go. He stayed in shape. You telling me he's fucking working out every day? Lifting weights? He wasn't practicing Hamon at all. Jotaro, at the very least, Jotaro's fucking stand power is supposed to fuck him up. They established that. Stopping time is supposed to be really hard on your heart. I like that Hamon was occasionally referenced in part 3. I'm glad they didn't throw it completely out the window. I like that he used it versus fucking Dio. A little bit. Plus all the fucking brain things. Hamon was like magic from the start, to be honest. I don't remember a transition period. Hamon was always fucking, it does whatever it needs to do. I don't think the battles... I mean, the battles themselves were pretty well written even from the beginning, I guess. Not really. But I don't think Hamon could ever be really interesting. Stans can. Or not Hamon couldn't in the way that Stans can. Where's the whiff punish on the far stay roundhouse? Yeah, the limited definitely helps. There are rules for stands that are consistent. The rules are really important. It's the same for like double fruits and whatnot. Every fucking series that has bullshit like that. You need at least some rules. That was an important but sad moment where it's just like, oh yeah, Hamon does nothing to stands. It's like, okay, thanks. Pretty much every fight in JoJo ends in an ass pull. It's like what you're actually there for. I mean, maybe you don't like it, you know, maybe you're not there for it, but you know, it's the JoJo experience is ass pulls. It's like a formula of ass pulling. Like, why are you even fucking watching it if you hate ass pulls? That was such a good backdash and then such a bad follow-up. He should pursue stun right now. That's like the worst possible time to get it. Nice fucking combo, I guess. 4 bars down the drain. He won. I'm not gonna say his name because his name itself is a spoiler. Gappy. Oh shit, there's probably a new JoJo part. A new JoJo chapter. Should Bath live read a JoJo chapter? The ass pulls are usually hilarious. I love when there's that transition between the heroes reacting to the hero's perspective of them reacting to the villainous stand and trying to comprehend it, and then it always shifts over to the villain's point of view, and then it's like the fucking them being outsmarted. That's like when you know some shit's about to go down is when it's telling things from the villain's perspective. It's like they're about to get fucked up. They're about to get seriously bamboozled and ass pulled. If Mista fought literally anyone else's villains, he would win free. That's the annoying thing about his character. It's like every fucking person he gets matched up against is like, oh, I'm immune to bullets, by the way. What if Mista fought the guy who could fucking shrink himself? He'd win easily. Just fucking shoot him. Cute meter use. The ice guy's name was White Album, I think. Well, the stand was. I don't remember the fucking actual guy's name. It was probably something Italian. Remember the shark and the stand that always made you say the fucking opposite of what you meant to say and shit? That was a good ass fight. Laurentius chapters are so good. Dare I say Naranti is the best girl in the whole series? I used to play this matchup here and there, round and about. You basically win it through low forward, Stairman House, and Fireball. In fact, Stairman House is pretty much the main way you win it. Far Fierce is not bad either. Same with Far Forward. Yeah, him getting jumped. Him getting gunned. What a bad punish. It's an EX fucking hand with no safety. Punish that with low strong. Or even fucking Crutch Fierce if possible. I probably would have just done low strong like Tatsu, but Crutch Fierce into medium stomp might have worked. It's scary doing that combo on Geef, to be honest. What do you put in the spaghetti? Impress us. You better not say the wrong thing. Mista's good at assassinating. He's got unlucky. I like to complain about it too, to be honest. That sounds like a fucking good ass spaghetti. I like to make spaghetti out of zucchini, actually. They call it zoodles. It's good as fuck, to be honest. Ah. Theoretically, Mista is a really good assassin. His stand is super fucking high oriented for assassination. Must be nice fighting a VT2 Geef and being able to anti-air DP. I mean a VT1 Geef. Fuck! Ultra 1. Ultra 2 Geef can fuck up your anti-air DPs, so you have to shift over once he gets Ultra to Samurai House for consistent ATRs. Which is only a bit weaker, but also does knockdown. Dude, that sounds super good. That sounds like my fucking garlic zoodles. I make garlic zoodles. When I make pasta, I make it in super low amounts of water with milk and butter. And then that all becomes the sauce. Got me some milk sauce, baby. Lariat's a bit weaker on the back, so with a cross-up Tatsu you can potentially avoid the hit. But more often that'll happen. Dive kick is good against Geef, I suppose. The EX Stompy's doing a lot. Geef can actually punish it pretty hard if he blocks it. If he blocks it. Terrible screen position. Super hard for Evil Ryu all of a sudden. Despite the fact the health is pretty similar. Ooh! That's important. Now he wins. Shrimp! I usually have chicken. Kind of far medium kick. Hi. I've probably been streaming for a while. My estimate is about 7 hours. Never mind, it's like 4. For some reason I thought I started streaming around 10 o'clock. But I must have started streaming after midnight. I've never cooked stuffed pasta and chicken broth instead of water. That sounds fucking nice. I don't usually have broth. It's not expensive or anything, I just don't usually have it around my house. Broth comes with a time limit, man. I fucking hate doing that. Medium stomp into Link Jabber Strong on a Geef with Super and Ultra. That shit is way too stressful for me. If you drop that Link and Geef fucking does reversal Ultra 1, it's like, okay. There goes fucking 50% of my health. Smallest amount of broth you can get is like a can that's like 14.5 ounces or something like that. I don't actually know the amount. And my local supermarket doesn't even do those. I hate that too. I just don't even want to enter the mix-up. Bagdash is pretty good for that, I guess, but Geef can still potentially chase that down with EX Green Hand, which is something he might be doing there. But if Geef is just if you hold straight up, if Geef is just waiting and blocking, he can potentially lariat you. Anyway, my local supermarket only does those like kind of tall plastic, like giant juice boxes of broth. I don't know how to call that kind of container. But it's like a fucking treetop apple juice. And they're tall. I need less broth than that. Oof. A carton would be accurate, but to me it calls to mind like a milk carton. It's not a tin. There's a nice dive kick actually. Oh, that could have killed Makoto. That throw is very common there. Ryu instinctively teched and Makoto teched back. If Ryu had a button, Makoto couldn't block. It's not made of tin, it's made of plastic something or other. I don't know if we're talking about the same one. I don't know if there's metal in it anywhere. What was that? Medium Stomp didn't juggle. Medium Stomp's supposed to juggle there. Medium Stomp has a really ridiculous amount of juggle potential for Evil Ryu. It's like JP7 or something. Was that not the medium version? I don't know why you do another one there, but I'm pretty sure medium works there. What the fuck? Can't imagine you did that on purpose. Evil Ryu's dive kick is... I guess it's technically shitty. I got a lot of good results out of it. The fact that he has a dive kick is very strong, especially because most people treat him like he doesn't have one. I guess it's good against Makoto. It's good against Makoto's low forward, and her crouch roundhouse too. It's probably not great against her Fukiyage. Is that the one? That seems like the one, Swanson. I think that's the brand. I want to say this is the one I get. Yeah, that's the one. Is there tin in that somewhere? Holding it together. Yeah, the air mobility change is valuable, and also I think it can't cross up. You can react to the dive kick and just treat it like it's not a cross up all of a sudden. But I had it hit a lot directly over people's heads where they were blocking the wrong way. Imagine if Makoto's links were easier. Ultra actually was very kind to her. It gave her a 3-frame normal. It's not even a bad 3-frame normal. It's towards jab. She didn't have that prior. Whoa. So now she can do like stand strong towards jab, and that's an easier link. Or like stand jab towards jab, that's an easier link. Makoto actually has like easier links now. Low forward towards jab. And it buffers your EX Fukiyage, which would be the thing you would combo into. However, it's impossible to do towards jab into EX dash punch. It's technically not impossible, but it's very stupid. Not usually available. That juggle actually doesn't work in Omega, fun fact. I'm like 80% sure Omega Makoto is actually worse than Ultra Makoto. Despite the ease of links. Alright, now is probably about the time I finished the video. Now it's probably about the time I should head to sleep. If I want to have a backup tonight. It's been good. Thanks for hanging out with me, everyone.